If you don't get it back in your 3 days, then just call eBay back. But it should show on your account that there's some kind of a refund processing, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah, I got all kinds of notifications.
Right. So if it goes through, it should let you know on there. Plus, you'll see it on your bank statement or whatever card you used.
That was a debit card. Gotta get rid of all the emojis.
See, this is exactly why eBay should not give people their money until the waiting period is up, saying that you can no longer dispute it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I mean, it sucks for sellers, but I mean, that's the only way I see of actually curbing some of these scams and stuff is to stop giving the people the money 3 days after they sold it to somebody. If you're going to put a 30-day return policy on it, then you need to hold the money for 30 days and not give it to the seller for those 30 days. Then once they pass that policy date, then you give them the money. Because it was up to the buyer at that point to dispute it within that 30 days. This thinks it would make things a lot less complicated. Because they give the person the money and then they take it and spend it, and they tell them you have to give it back. And if they don't have the money, then what is eBay going to do? Then they
Yeah,
have to fit.
exactly.
Then they have to put the bill out of their own pocket to cover that because that's the guarantee they give customers. I don't know why they would put themselves in a situation to have to pay out like that.
Well, I can't think of the millions, if not billions of dollars that passes through eBay every year, it's must be a small
Oh, but they
percentage.
probably have a few $100 million in loss every year.
Yeah.
Every company has loss up to a certain point. I mean, places like Amazon and Walmart will lose over $1 billion to $2 billion a year in theft. I mean,
And
that's
what do they
just
do?
the
They
way,
turn around and take it off their taxes. So
it's just the way it is.
yeah, it's a big circle jerk.
I mean, when we did our inventory one year, and we had to do it every single year, we had to do a inventory control to see how much loss we had throughout the year. And our store had a little over 100,000, and that was considered acceptable. That was
Yeah.
actually considered good.
Good morning, Corey.
Where the store down the street had $1 million in theft, and the store manager got fired over it. So, what's up, Corey?
Yeah, I did a ship this morning at 6:30, and it's posted. It was an articulated tug barge, downbound.
Uh, let me pull up your chat here.
I had to put a little screen up here because I was getting glare from the other room.
Well, it says my things are supposed to be here between 12:45 and 2:45. They show up, then I can go ahead and switch these out, get them boxed back up.
Your volume all of a sudden changed lower. Hey, Corey, there he is.
Good
Laura.
morning, guys. How's it going?
Good morning, Corey. How's the weather been over there?
It's rainy all night. It's raining right now.
Yeah, it was raining all day yesterday, pretty hard. Like thunderstorm type weather.
So how you been doing any racing?
Not yet. No, the field we're at, it's not dry enough yet.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey,
Hey,
Corey,
good morning,
Justin,
Joe.
Hey, good morning.
Joe.
Al,
I screen recorded that the house last night. That shit
Oh
was
yeah,
funny. I'm gonna post it as a short.
nice.
So you've been playing games with Justin and the gang over there online?
I have been. They got me into Fortnite.
There you go.
Well, you kind of already played it before. You just didn't really play it very
Yeah, I
often,
used to
huh?
play it back in just a little bit. Yeah.
That was the same with me. I didn't play it much neither. I kind of would play once or twice a week,
Good morning,
enough to
Cool
get some
Cat.
footage. And then only because I'd get bored because I didn't have anybody to play with, and then all of a sudden everybody started playing it.
Yeah.
And it got a little bit more fun to play. What's up, Michael? Dusty?
So Joe, what have you been up to overnight?
rain. We had major stuff come through.
Oh yeah?
Yeah, we had 4 inches of rain last night.
Holy crap. Did they
Yeah,
any flooding going on?
We actually didn't get any flooding. That
'Cause
was
I
a
know
shock. Usually
before
when we
you
get that
talked
much,
about being flooded before.
oh, when it rains like that, it didn't stay long enough. It went right through. But it was. I had all 3 dogs under my feet because the lightning was like you get a flash and within a second the lightning would hit. You didn't even hear the thunder. It was like boom. It was right outside.
Wow.
Like a war zone for about 30 minutes last night.
Dogs didn't like that.
They didn't like none of it. All 3 of them got a hemp tree.
There's an update for Fortnite too,
Yeah, I did it this morning. Yeah.
and mine's updating now.
Yeah, it was tough last night. And it ended. It went through like about 7:30 to about 9 o'clock, and then that was it. So now we're good until Friday. When it comes through Friday and Saturday again, and it figures it's got to come in Friday because I got a football game at 5:30 in the afternoon to shoot a spring football game.
I didn't
It'll probably
realize
rain during the freaking
I
game.
didn't realize East Coast Thrills was in cement work.
Yeah, he's usually sitting there watching live streams while he's waiting for the cement to dry.
Hey, my family's in cement work too, but it's only for the people we gotta get rid of. You bury them
The
between
big
some
cement,
rebar,
the
and you
cement
never find them.
shoes, right?
Yeah, you just dig a hole, be building a slab in the back, put a little rebar in, put them in, put them more rebar in, and cover it up, and then never get them out. Never find
What do you think about that, Corey?
That's wild, but I don't see. That's crazy.
them.
But
It's Italiano.
Well, if the cops are listening,
Huh?
just hit up every, property Joe used to own.
Yeah, go for it. Waste your time.
That's back in family history, right, Joe?
I plead the fifth. I don't know anything.
Well, Joe sure has been flying the hell out of his Avata.
I haven't flown it in 3 days. That's bad.
Oh, Jesus, Michael.
I'm gonna try to get out there today. I gotta go shoot that. I won't be here this afternoon, so I gotta go shoot that all-star team picture.
Okay.
And I gotta leave here probably about 3:30. It's for 5 o'clock, 20 minutes from here. But to get there for 5 o'clock, I gotta leave at 3:30 to the traffic.
traffic's that bad?
Oh, that bad at 3:30.
Oh, everybody's going home.
And
Everyone's moving. Yeah, at that time.
everybody's going to one place. Now, sometimes you can go out there at 4 o'clock and get right into the interstate and go. But sometimes, I mean, they've widened the interstate, they've done everything, but there's one ramp that goes onto the interstate. And when everybody gets on it, they must think they're going to fall off of it or something. It's like they all take their time. And if they widen the ramp, it's not going to make any difference. It's just the idiots. It's all idiots. That's all it is. I mean, crazy. But you got about a half a mile of people trying to get onto the ramp that'll back up and slow up. Then when they get on the ramp, it's about another half a mile to the interstate, and they take their time. And by the time and there's a merge lane coming into it, and you got the right of way, but there's a merge lane, but they got to stop for every car and let them go in and out. Just keep traveling and let them merge in. You know, it's
You
like,
got people stop there holding everybody up versus you just go right merge into traffic.
yeah, I know.
That's
I
crazy.
come in the other way. I just go in.
Hey, Corey, you been on the game since they did that update this morning?
I did not know. No.
'Cause it seems like a pretty big update, but I can't find where it actually tells you what the update covers.
Hmm.
Let me try to go to epic.com and see if this,
Well,
or if they
I would
changed
imagine it'd be
something.
somebody would be doing a video about it, right?
Well, they have to have some way of finding it out too. I mean,
Yeah, they should normally have like a release notes of saying what they changed in the game, not just update it, right?
right, exactly. Most things have release notes.
They could be adding new content. They could be doing a bunch of stuff, right?
Epic Store update. This is from 2019. Uh,
I just posted a link in the chat, Zoom chat for you, Justin.
okay, cool. Uh,
Oh,
hopefully they fix some of those damn glitches we've been having.
Hey, Frank's here.
Andrew's here too.
Andrew's here, yeah.
Okay, so I add some content, but no major overhauls. Some bug fixes. That's all I was wondering if they fix any of those damn glitches we've been noticing, especially with this audio. Man, that shit's horrible.
Doesn't look like it.
But it said patch, or what'd they say? It just said bug fixes. So I don't know. They didn't go into detail what that was though. Okay, so they added some more quests and stuff to the game too.
Well, I haven't got any text from my cousin, so that's good news.
Yeah, because you're worried about your. Is it your aunt or who is it?
It's my cousin, my my first cousin's wife. My
Okay.
second cousin, yeah, my first cousin's wife. But she was like I said, she was like a mom. Um, my mom and her and Carol, they were shoot, they were like thick as thieves the way they were. They were always together because we lived a block apart, you know. And I mean, you go to my grandmother's. It was always Carol and my mom sitting at my grandmother's table. They'd go off shopping just to go shopping. Didn't need to go shopping, but just went. And family vacations, Carol would drive. My mom would sit in the front seat and everybody would be in the back. All the kids would be in the back in a big station wagon, looked like Christmas vacation, you know. We didn't have anybody on the roof though. So
Yeah, they did actually list some of the glitches they were having, but they didn't say nothing about audio glitches. And it looks like the PlayStation 5 has had a lot of stuff. They said driving controls can be unbound and become unresponsive when attempting to drive a vehicle on PlayStation 5.
That would suck.
And then they're saying some of the launch pads aren't working for people. They go to jump on it, it doesn't do anything.
uh,
Oh.
sounds like a DJI release.
Well, they shut the servers down like a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago. For like what was it, about 6 hours or so, and they were supposed to be doing a bunch of maintenance on them and stuff. Well, after they did the little update, there was quite a few glitches that a lot of us were running into. And one of the major ones that me and Tim ran into, and even Corey had the same issue, was this audio of the gunfire in the game would just continuously keep going and it wouldn't stop. It was really weird. Oh, and I was playing with Tim last night. He was like, "Wait till this weekend." I said, "Why?" He said, "I'm getting the 3600 view, or that was it that the big V-Bucks package." I said,
Oh, really?
Jesus Christ.
Oh
Shoot,
boy, Tim
Lance
Bellin.
came in and knocked me off.
Yeah,
Oh, and I was playing with Tim last night.
yeah, and the other day,
Like,
was
wait
it
till
like a
this
week
weekend.
ago,
I
he
said,
was
"Why?"
like, "All right, who's echoing?"
I was.
Yeah. He
Yeah, Lance
said,
came in and knocked me off.
yeah, like 2 weeks ago when he first really started kind of playing, he was like, "Man, I'm not spending no money on a game. This is stupid." Now he done bought a battle pass. Oh, he bought the battle pass and then bought the Fortnite crew after that when he would have got the battle pass free with it. So I told him, I said, contact them at contact Epic and just tell them you fucked up and see if they'll give you some money back, or either that or maybe they'll issue you some V-Bucks on your account for you. It's like worst case scenario, they're just gonna tell you no.
Yeah, it's worth trying.
Right, yeah. He was like, well, I don't want to get banned. I was like, well, you don't come out the gate and just call the operator an asshole when they get on the chat with you. Like, just be nice
You
about it.
won't get banned for that. Like,
No, I told him, I said, just go in there and just ask nicely. Be like, hey, I accidentally bought this. I didn't realize that this had this in it, and was wondering if there's anything you guys could do for me. Done and done. Simple. And they either say yes or no. But you never know. You could get a couple thousand V-Bucks for free.
yeah.
That doesn't cost them anything. That's just in-game currency. Dude, they've got to be making shit tons of money, though. I mean, all these licensing deals they're doing with Lego and Star Wars and Marvels and all that. Like, Jesus. Because they're paying out the ass for all that license, especially to Disney.
Yeah, but I'm also assuming yeah, getting a big cut out of that too. So
Oh, that's what I'm saying. They've got to be making tons of money.
Morning, guys.
But
Hey, good
Morning,
morning.
Lance.
where do you live?
yeah, I was really surprised we actually knocked that down last night. I didn't think we'd get through that whole thing. But I can't believe we made it through the whole damn thing without running. I think we ran into 2 people the whole time. Yes, Lance is playing a photography simulator.
Yeah.
Damn, in 2022, Fortnite's revenue 4.4 billion.
Yeah,
Wow.
it's a lot of money. That was just for 1 year or for 1 quarter?
And that was 1 year,
That's not bad for a video game.
and it makes up 85. Like Epic's total revenue is like 85% just that one game.
Oh my God, dude. They're putting too much eggs in one basket.
Seems to be
Ain't got
working.
enough eggs to last a while.
But I do give it to them though. They do keep up on their anti-cheat systems and updates, and they're constantly changing the game, and they do a good job at it. So I give it to the.
Is that a one-time fee for that game, or do you gotta pay like monthly or annually?
No, you don't pay for it at
Free.
all. It's free.
Oh,
It's the in-game like skins and different things in there that cost money.
But you don't have to
Your
buy
characters
those
are
to play.
cool.
Yeah, it's just a cosmetic thing you can buy. You don't need it to play the game.
Based on the review, you can tell a lot of people buy things in there.
I mean, even ranking, when you're doing the ranking, like if you do a matches based on ranking, that don't mean anything, dude. Some people, I've seen people that were 140 that were complete ass at shooting. And it was like they just played a lot, so they leveled up. I mean,
Yeah,
that doesn't mean you're good at the game.
there's a lot of them that have high. They're not very good, but I guess they just play a lot of it, just having
Yeah,
fun. I guess whatever.
yeah. I mean, as long as you're playing, you're gonna keep leveling up. I mean, my nephew a couple years ago when he was playing Fortnite a lot, he used to sit and play for hours and hours and hours every day.
Now
Yeah, that
Tim's
was my
sitting there
kids.
playing for hours and hours now.
Yeah, right.
Or us, I have to be honest.
Tim's like a sheltered 20-year-old that's just discovered video games. Yeah. Yeah, I was just laughing because 2 weeks ago he's like, I'm not buying nothing in this game. Because I told him, I said, you don't have to buy anything. It's not gonna, just because you buy a skin, it doesn't make your character better or anything. It doesn't give you any kind of edge up in the game. That's the one good thing about Fortnite is the most free games that are pay to play, you have to buy shit to get the edge on other players.
Yeah.
Or that doesn't really matter. You can just be a basic pet and you'll be fine. You can go through the game just fine with that. You Somebody gave me a gift, some random person. I have no idea who they are.
Oh yeah.
They gave me a skin.
Huh.
Okay. Um, yeah, they gave me that skin, the chick that's in like the red outfit, red and black outfit, and she's got the eye patch.
Oh right, okay.
Champion
Andrew,
Siren.
yeah, I flew a ship earlier this morning.
Who the fuck was that? Matthew 12600.
Is it that South African kid?
Oh yeah. He just randomly gave me a gift, okay.
He's hilarious, that kid. We said he was only 11, eh? Was that how old he was?
11 or 12, something like that, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I think he got mad. I thought he got mad at me the other night because I told everybody like on the live streams, all these people that were coming in, I was like, on the weekends there's specific people I want to play with, so don't ask to come in. I
Mhm.
don't know how he got into the game the other day because I didn't let him in. So somebody, either that or we were in somebody's thing that didn't have it set to private because me and Tim have ours set to private. Not that way, not anybody can just jump in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
And because I don't want random people jumping in if I'm playing. Like if it's like you or Daryl or Tim or somebody, that's fine. But I don't want some random person I don't know popping in, in the middle of a game.
Yeah.
And and he was like, "Oh, can I stay with you?" I was like, "I already got a full crew of people I want to play with." So I was like, and then we just kind of left him, and he went off and started playing the game on his own. I figured he got pissed off at me because he hadn't been back to the live streams and stuff. Uh, let's see here. And I know I'm getting a shit ton of friend requests on Epic too from people. But I haven't been accepting any of them because I don't know who any of these people are. I keep getting like 3 or 4 every day.
I guess as soon as one of them sees, I guess, and then they all just add friends. Same as like my kid's Roblox account. Everyone just seems to keep adding her. It's really annoying. Just random.
And live streams, they run across, they see your name on the screen, and they're like, "Oh, let me try to add this person, see if they'll add me."
Lucky, Justin.
Oh, Lord, Matty.
Hey, Matt. Welcome,
He
welcome.
was nice enough to
I'm
grace
glad
us
you
with his
showed up
presence.
because Justin's kind of been getting a free
Oh,
ride.
Big
shut it.
head.
Well, I have noticed actually that the pressure of doing a live show was way too much for the minion.
Here we go.
Yep. Got to play games now.
Couldn't handle it. sick and tired of just three people rocking up, I guess. Got all sad. He rang me the other day. He said, Matty, that's what he called me. I said,
Fuck out of here.
in tears he
Uh.
was. Kleenex. We went through a whole box in the conversation that I had with him.
Oh, fuck's sake.
Not for the hate. It's not for the faint-hearted, mate. It's not for the faint-hearted. I mean, I only did it for 4 years. You know what I mean? 4 minutes, I guess.
Hey,
Yeah.
what happened with Rodney?
He doesn't know how to act without you being there, Matt.
Trouble is, it all was an act with him. You know, I'm just normal. You know, I don't act about anything. You know,
That was 800 V-Bucks score he spent.
don't try and change the subject, mate.
Yeah.
No, what
Yeah.
happened to Dennis coming over there? Did he come over already or what? Because we ain't heard nothing
August.
from him.
August.
August.
Yeah,
So is he just on like a 3-month or 4-month long vacation or something?
something like that. He's over in China. He's back home now.
He's back. Yeah, he's back home.
Yeah. So
Well, because her family's all over there in China, right?
yeah, yeah.
Over there in the motherland.
Murder.
Don't trust anybody from China.
Very nice, mate.
Hey, did I hear him right, Matt? He's never trusted anybody from a vagina. It's like what?
Oh, for
With-
fuck's
with-
sake.
With a vagina. I heard with a vagina.
He likes the cock. Andrew, Andrew, how are you? East Coast Thrills, how are you, mate? Cool cat. Here you go, man. Is this drunk, Matt? No, Matt's having to behave himself these days. I've got to be a good boy because I'm not doing myself any favors if I drink alcohol too much. So I've
You know, Sarah's had some issues. She was in the hospital for a while.
yeah, I sort of heard something on the grapevine, and then she rang me, obviously, because Justin's just no support whatsoever.
Oh, shut up.
Well, I'm just saying, mate. I've got to go home and play Fortnite. Hope you get better. Bye.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, mate. I've got a live show to do. My fans, my 3 people watching, they're depending on. Although you did get as high as 5 at one stage, I saw
I'm gonna punch you when I see you in person.
by accident. I'm guessing. I was just thinking the other day, and I just did look up actually if I could join on my Xbox, and I can.
Yeah, it's cross-platform.
Yeah, I got to get a what is it, Switch or some shit.
You need to go over there and show him how to play the game.
Oh yeah, he'll rage quit, mate. That's what happened.
Hey, Matt, you heard how Justin got delusional, right? He said, when I see you in person, I'm going to hit you.
I told him I'll punch him. I'll take him right to his knee. I know where his weak spots are.
I know where you want me, mate. Yeah, I'm not getting on my knees for you, mate. I'm not like that. You hear me? He wants to put me straight down on my knees in front of him. What's wrong with you? Hell, mate. This is a family show, man.
See how
said-
the Australians are, Corey? I think you Canadians have a little bit more class.
I was over in Canada, actually, a while ago, and they're very, very nice people, the Canadians. Very similar to the Australians, they are. Not as tall, though.
It's like they're a bunch of pygmies over there or something.
They didn't need to be on their knees. They were just there.
Oh my God.
That was low. That was low.
Corey.
Yeah.
Oh, dear. Oh, dear.
You see the way Corey's holding his head high? He's like, I'm more dignified than that.
They all hold their head high when they're looking up to me.
What an idiot.
Oh dear. No, I did like Canada. I really did. Yeah, met a bunch of great people over there. I'll be driving over that bloody bridge that you fly every day, Paul. If I'd
Uh-huh.
known you were there, I could have got out and waved. You would have been back at the Inspire days back then.
Yep, that was back in the Inspire days.
Yeah, dude.
Actually, no, that would have been before that because that was what, 2000, early 2000s you were there, weren't it?
You know what? I don't think he would have even had a drone back then. 2000 and
I started flying drones in 1998.
not okay. Well, you might have
My
then.
first one was 8 foot long, had a chainsaw motor and a 12-foot rotor on top.
Yeah, but that was
No.
a helicopter, not
Helicopter.
really a drone.
Yep, yep.
Not
Yeah.
the 4 propellers.
No, dude, get out of the way.
You're lucky
Noisy
you're
as
still
hell.
around.
And the bad part of what I didn't like about it is you had to keep gassing the damn thing up, and you get that gas smell on you.
Yeah, and all over the aircraft too.
Yep,
I used to
yep.
get that with my fixed wings, beautiful, great to fly, and you bring it down, it's just sticky mess.
Yep.
It's just,
Well, if you
oh.
do like Adrian, take a picture, a page out of Adrian's book, you just don't put no fuel in it at all.
And put fuel in it. You run it enough just to hear it, but not to make a mess.
He's been on here a couple times the last couple weeks.
I saw he was on. He was on here.
Yep.
Yeah, it was on here.
Yeah, and he did one live show the last week. I think he did a live show.
I might have to do a live show since you're not doing one, Justin.
Well, I'm sure you're going to do one when Dennis gets there, right?
Oh, what you do, Matt, is you just exercise your repossession, because if he's not going to play it, use it.
Well, to repossess something, I would have had to have either given it away or stolen. And I didn't give it away, and he didn't steal it.
Yeah, I
So-
get it. Yeah, but he still owes me $1.75 in shipping, so.
You're not getting that, sucker.
That was the trade-off. He's like, you don't have my time slot, just take that debt off.
Have my time slot for
So that's going to be, he's going to say he paid for it. And the judge will say, well, how much did you pay for it? $1.75.
$1.75.
Yeah, but it's such a specific amount that would just sound legit. It wasn't $2, it wasn't $1, it was $1.75.
Might have even been $1.76, maybe. I'm not sure. Hey, Mark, how are you?
Hey, Mark.
Oh, I got.
everybody.
Remember when Sarah was joking about tolls? I actually got a thing for the tolls. I ran it like 2 weeks ago. Got a
What
thing in the
happened?
mail.
Oh,
Now
did
I'm
you?
Yeah, I own $5 now.
No. Do you want me to send you some money, mate? It'd be $4.82.
And they charged me $4.75 for running the toll, and it was like $1.50, I think, or $1 to go through there.
Oh, God, really? Mm.
Well, I don't
Well-
know because they cut the toll prices in half for everybody that lives in Florida. They've actually cut them in half for everybody to help save money for people. So
Yeah, that's right, Cool Cat. It was a
I think-
smelly situation back then. And electricity and batteries have really made a difference in flying.
Well, they have, but I've always liked the sound of them, and especially the big 4-strokes they got these days, man. They put them on the Warbirds. Oh my God, those things sound mental. Beautiful sounding things.
yeah, with the old ones, didn't you have to like do an oil and gas mixture and all that
Oh, yeah,
fuel mixture
yeah.
and everything?
Yep.
Castor oil and methanol. I think I used.
Like a 2-stroke dirt bike, you used to have to do that. You have
Yeah,
to do an oil and gas mixture.
and when you ran it in, you had to run it really rich, right? When you run it in, oh my God, did that make a mess? So much shit flew out of that.
I used to love the smell of nitro.
Yeah, I didn't mind it. I didn't mind it at all, but it did make a hell of a mess.
Yeah, all the old deposits coming out.
Yeah, and it was a pain in the ass too because you had to carry a battery around. And you had your starter, and you got to warm the glow plug, and then you
Yeah.
off it goes. Not starting. It's been a pain in the ass. Fucking hell. Yeah.
So what did it make a mess with just the exhaust? What came out of the exhaust or what?
Yeah, the oil came
Yeah.
out.
Uh,
So it was just all over your aircraft. So a lot of people, and you see them, they point them down and as far away from the body as they can to stop the mess. But it's always all over the tailplane. But you'll find people do that, and you'll see their exhaust angled all over the place to try and get rid of to minimise the mess anyway. Because if you
And
got
it
it
was
right up against
always worse because back then a lot of the models were just a balsa wood frame and then tissue paper with dope to stretch it.
that's right. Yeah.
oh, I
Yeah,
bet the
my
balsa
first-
would suck the oil up like crazy. Huh?
Yeah. My first plane, which I flew for about maybe 8 seconds before it was annihilated. Easy to fly. Well, was it?
Yeah, easier to crash.
Even easier.
He said before it was annihilated on its first flight.
was.
There's one of my first ones I had.
Oh god damn! Look at that. Oh, that's just danger,
That was too.
man.
I was out flying one day with a friend of mine, and all of a sudden a gust of wind caught it, and it shot by us at about 30 miles an hour with those big rotors going. Boom.
Shit, man.
Who was it that was telling us that story about that poor kid that was back in like the mid 2000s or whatever? He got decapitated by one of those.
Oh yeah.
It actually came down and hit him in the head and fucking took his head off. Like, Jesus, dude, that's horrific. Just out there enjoying herself in the park one day and also,
Boom.
Yeah, looks like I gotta run. Someone's messaging me, so I gotta head
Okay,
out. Thanks.
Corey. Hey, thanks
All
for
right.
being here.
Yeah.
catch you later.
And thanks for helping to keep an eye on Justin because he's getting all excited because his hero Matt is here. So
Okay.
Relax
Alright,
yourself,
Canadian,
Paul.
got him. Yeah. All right.
Later,
Yeah.
Corey.
There's a lot of weight on your shoulders, Matt, because he holds you in such high esteem. You know.
He does. I know he's always done that, and he's always been in awe. I guess that's why he hung around my channel so much. Fucking stalker. He did. He used to stalk me all the time. Oh, and send me messages during the week. Oh, you're going live on Saturday? Of course I am, mate. I've been doing this for 4 years. You know what I mean? Of course I'm going live. And he gets all excited and he gets these emojis with the clappy hands, right? He sends them to
Oh
me.
my God. You don't even know what the emojis, you didn't even know what the emojis meant before I told you.
Now I know because you used to send me that fucking eggplant every day. And I'm thinking, what are you doing, mate? What's this mean? Are you hungry again? This guy eats a lot of eggplants.
Thought it was asking for food, huh?
Hmm. And then he'd write, "No, I want you to eat it." And in his best Bertha voice back then.
Ugh.
Angle bendy pipe to the exhaust. Yeah, that's right, mate. Yep, sure do. I don't
What you
even
been
I
up
haven't
to?
got any pictures of it. I just had 2 weeks off because I got gout in my foot, and then I got it in my knee, and then that healed up, and then it went from that my right leg into my left foot. So that was fucked in for another 4 or 5 days. And I haven't been able to take the medication because I'm on these blood thinners, which I normally take to get rid of first sign of gout. So I wrote it out.
You can't take
And
like pain medication or anything like that.
yeah, I can only have like paracetamol. You can't have anything else with these blood thinners. So anyway, that was over and done with.
Matt,
So I'm back.
how's the band going?
Yeah, a bit slow at the moment. We we lost a bass player, 45 years old, passed away, bloody lung cancer and in his hips and all sorts of shit. So
Nasty.
anyway, that was about 3 weeks ago, 4 weeks ago.
Was
now.
he a smoker or just happened to he just got it? Cause some
Yeah,
people
he
will
was a-
naturally get shit like that.
He was a smoker, yes. But 3 years ago, he had throat cancer. Right.
Oh, fuck, man.
So they cut it all out and said, "Yep, we got it all." They said, "You won't need radiotherapy. There's nothing left." 3 years later, it was actually the same cancer that was in his throat, that was in his lungs and everything. So it spread, and
Fred, yeah.
yeah, he was poor bugger, 45.
And you know, the thing of it is, Matt, is what I you never hear about any reports or testing that's been done on, because remember years ago they used to talk about when you opened up somebody and exposed them to the air, it just spread.
Yeah.
And so, you know, these people that have cancer surgeries, I just wonder if they've determined that that's true or not, or is that just a
Well, you know what? Different things for different people. You know, sometimes it works for people. I mean, cutting stuff out even before it spreads or something like that, and getting rid of something that may spread. And if they get it all out, I can see, you know, a benefit in that rather than leaving it in there. But if they cut it or anything, it's almost like you're cutting another entity, and that entity goes, "Fuck you," and then goes mental and just spreads all over the place.
yeah.
It's a weird, I don't know, it's an evil thing, really. It is. Yeah.
It's not likely that it'll spread through the air. Cancer's it's a mutated cell. It's not a fungus. It doesn't produce spores or anything.
No. I don't think we were suggesting that.
And we were suggesting that it had an effect on the cancer cells once they're oxygenated to that point.
And there's really, at this point, I don't think there's a whole lot they can do about lung cancer neither, because I'm reading up on it right now. It says 45% of people with lung cancer survive for at least 1 year, 20% for 5 years, and 10% for 10 years.
Yeah.
But it doesn't say anything about anybody actually surviving it and getting through it.
Well, the only ones that survive are the ones that have lung transplants, aren't they?
That's if it hasn't metastasized too.
If it hasn't gone further, yeah.
Yeah, that was the problem. Who's this? Just had a
Donald.
Oh.
Did you read what Donald put in the chat, Matt?
Yep.
Someone just had a spot removed from their throat. Who was that?
I don't know. Not the older had throat.
Frank said that.
Not the older had throat cancer.
I just had a spot removed from my throat. Oh, right, okay. Yeah.
Hey, what Donald put in the chat for you there, Matt.
Sorry, mate.
Donald in the chat.
Okay.
Can anybody hear me? Hello.
Yes,
Lance, we can hear you.
Yes, sir.
I am going brain dead. How do you turn off the battery on the drone? Isn't it double tap, single tap?
No,
One
Double-
slight
one
tap
tap
and
and
then
then
hold.
What?
Tap and
Yeah,
hold.
Yeah, tap
and
once,
hold.
tap a second time and hold.
It's
Dang.
like when
why-
you're turning on the drone.
Okay,
Um,
geez. I'm getting old. I struggled getting that off. So it's single tap and then hold, and then tap and hold.
Tap again and hold. Yep.
Okay, geez. Like I've only been flying.
Fucking crud ball. Jeez, I tell you.
you need to fly to Avada too. It wouldn't be as hard. That great gun.
I've already retired it.
Shoot, I got
Yeah, so
50
you-
54 flights on mine. I ought to retire.
It's your memory that goes first, you know, especially when you're it's gone.
Hey, look, Michael can't even remember what he was gonna say.
Yeah, it's gone.
One of our famous friends had a birthday yesterday.
Who's that?
Mikey, he was 58 yesterday.
Oh, Mikey. I haven't heard from him recently as well, which is bad. Hope he's
Wonder if
okay.
they gave him cake in jail.
Yeah. Yeah, they probably put a file in it for him.
Oh, shit. What's going on with that? What happened after that news report
fuck
thing that
knows.
they went and
So he went to court a couple months ago.
Yeah.
They told him as long as he got his 107 and he didn't post any videos to YouTube involving drone footage, he'd be fine. But then they got him for some drone flight like a month after that.
At the beginning of
And
April.
now
Yeah.
they seized, apparently they were seizing all his drones and everything. And now he's
Well,
not
would
allowed to
banning-
fly at all.
Well, they tried to. They tried to seize his drones.
but why would he fly like that if they told him not to?
Well, because nobody tells Michael no.
Well,
There was a bit of all sorts of things, wasn't there? There was a bit of bloody mindedness from Mike, I think. But and there's definitely some. We definitely established that he did a few stupid things.
and it looks like there was some kind of court order to seize his drones and banning him from flying ever again.
Well, I think they must have seized his drones because remember I got that call from the FBI.
Yeah,
I mean,
I think that was
FAA.
just
So the
a preliminary checkup.
Yeah,
The
and
FAA.
and they wanted to check on when I sold him my drone and did I sell
I
it?
think all they were trying to do was just get a list of what drones he had. That's
Yeah.
all they were doing.
That's
Because
what I think too.
he obviously had registered it, otherwise they would have never known that you sold it to him.
Yeah,
So he had to have registered it at some point. Whether he still owns a drone, I doubt it, because he was like a lot of other people in the drone community. He would sell old drones to buy new ones. A lot of
Yep.
people do that. That's normal. So I doubt he
That's
has
what you
that
do?
Mavic 2 Pro Enterprise from 5 years
I don't know
ago.
whether he did because on a lot of his live streams, he used to tell people that he still had all the old drones.
Oh,
well, he had
said
some
he
FPV
sold-
drones kicking about, but it's
No, a
the
couple-
it's the
about
DJI
a-
drones that he sold.
Yeah, about a year ago or so, he said it was a year or two ago. He said he sold all his drones to buy the, what was it, the Mavic 3 or the Air 3 or something like that, or the Air 2S or something. He ended up
He had the
selling a whole
Mavic
bunch
3
of them.
and the Avata, didn't he?
Yeah, he sold a bunch of
Yeah.
drones to help get those. A lot of people in the drone community do that. They'll sell one or two old drones that they bought a year or so before. And when the new ones come out, they'll just keep doing that every year. They'll sell the old ones to buy the new ones, put towards the money to buy new ones.
Mm.
But that's what you do. You sell the old ones to get the new ones.
Yeah, but you're always losing a little bit of money, right? Say you buy a drone for $1,000 a year later, you sell it for 700 or 600 to get rid of it. And then you put that towards a new $1,200 drone, the next one that came out. Then you have to cover the rest of the amount that you didn't have. And you just keep doing that over and over. You're losing money over time. Every time you do that, you're losing money.
Yep. I've only sold one drone. That was the Air 2, because I sold it to that guy. I sold it to a guy, a girl here, and I sold it for the exact amount that I was paying for the Air 2S that I was giving to somebody.
And this is the first time when the Avata 2 came out. That's the first time that a newer version of a drone came out that was actually cheaper than the previous one.
Oh, you're right.
Yeah.
There have always been historically $200 or $300 more than the previous. That was the first one that came out that was actually cheaper. And that's why they're going to have to lower that Avata 1 bundle. It's going to have to go way down in order to compete with that Avata 2. Because there's some people out there that will only buy the latest stuff, period.
Yeah.
Well, they should buy the Avata 1 because the Avata 2 sucks.
You're gonna force me to play that
Joe.
clip I got of you saying how much you loved it.
And is that,
Hey,
that because
I want you to fly the
Yeah.
tugboat.
the
I'll,
original
I'll stop.
Yamato?
I'll stop saying it sucks until you fly through the tugboat. Then I'll stop saying it sucks.
Well, it's gonna be a long time. Yeah. It'll be a
So
long
the
time you're gonna be
Avata-
saying it sucks.
The Avata 2 sucks and the Avata 1 blows.
Seriously, the Avata 2 would be awesome if that motion controller was larger.
Or if I had a better pilot flying it.
Yeah.
And that too. And or if it was left-handed.
Well, I think it's awesome, so I must be a good pilot.
Even Tammy said it was small last night or whenever she was on.
Thursday.
She's got one of the motion controllers. It's like she's got a big black one. She keeps it under the bed. I don't know. She doesn't even fly drone.
Small and slippery.
Oh, I thought she was talking about Max.
Well, you know, if that's a major complaint of a lot of people, you would think that some of these companies or somebody would develop a spongy, grippy type of thing that it would just slide in and it make it bigger for the hand.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Trojan
What
does
the
that.
hell did I just walk back into?
I don't know. I think they do make those, Paul. They're called flashlights.
Yeah, Justin Trojan does make those. They make it a little bit wider.
I took my
It's-
headphones off for about a minute and I put them back on and that's all I hear.
If they put something on it to make it bigger, it's just gonna make the buttons harder to get at.
Well, you
Yeah.
can design it so that you can still get the buttons with your thumb and your finger, but it's feasible in my mind. I could be wrong. Feasible in my mind to have a sleeve made for that was like rubbery and just this much, but all the way around it would make it bigger in your hand.
What are you talking about?
I think
The
I saw
motion
one on
control.
Amazon last night.
Lance is talking about the controller for the Avata 2.
The chick
Oh,
stick.
they already have a silicone covers for the other two. It's just a matter of time before they come out with one.
I think I saw one last night on Amazon. I think they got
Okay.
one.
If you see one, Joe, send me the link, please.
Let me go
'Cause
look.
I looked, what, about 2 weeks ago for Lance and they didn't have one out yet, but they do have silicone covers for the original two motion controllers.
And my guess
Yes,
is it only goes up to the buttons and then stops, so they don't have to worry about covering the buttons, is my guess.
No, the other ones that went all the way around the top and everything, it just had cutouts for the buttons. That was it.
Oh, okay.
It went around
You
the
could
whole thing.
you could always get a couple of youth series Trojans and double bag it.
Used ones, yeah.
Those the ones you've been holding in your wallet for 30 years, you know, they're all dried out.
It's been about 60 years since I used one of those. Let me see. I know I saw one yesterday.
Yeah, and you could
'Cause
always
every day I go on Amazon, just scroll through a lot of stuff.
you could always use flavor ones if you get hungry.
Oh God.
Yeah, I kind of think now it was for the motion controller one.
It's like, why does this controller smell like cherry?
Hey, baby, come see if this is too small. That's not what you do with it.
Well, it's been a miserable day so far. It started raining last night at about Well, I say last night, about 4 o'clock this morning. And it's just a dismal, windy day now.
Yeah, Joe, it's I definitely didn't use one 17 years ago. Hence why I have a 16-year-old, a bitchy 16-year-old in the house now.
Yep. Oh,
Out for delivery. Nice.
This is the one that it give me the idea. It
Yeah.
isn't made for that, but you would think that
That's exactly what they have for the original 2 motion controller.
The
yeah,
vibrate.
it's for the motion controller too. I haven't seen the one. I mean,
Yeah,
for
they
the
have
three.
they have them for the first 2, but the third one I haven't seen one for the third one. Because I looked it up for Lance 2 weeks ago and I couldn't find
it's
one.
currently unavailable.
Yeah, the one I saw last night was for the motion controller original.
Yeah, but somebody could design that. You know, if you were set up to make things like that, it shouldn't be a big stretch.
Oh God.
Hmm.
They actually have them for the smart controllers as well too.
Motion controller 3 protective sleeve. Hold on. It says protective case. Let me see what this is.
Send me the link, Joe.
Yeah, it's a sleeve. It's one. Hold on. Man, it's expensive. It
All right,
comes
hey.
in black or gray.
And when you say expensive, give me a price.
You really want to know?
I do.
You leave them
I'm just
at?
gonna go, guys. I'll catch you a bit later.
Okay,
eh?
Matt, thanks for coming in,
Okay,
buddy.
see you later, Mark.
Yeah, Matt.
Just know the love that Justin has for you,
Ow!
for being here.
Shut up.
I could hear him in the background knocking one out because he was looking at my picture.
Yeah, he's
again.
not going to be able to sleep for days.
Oh, you're
No,
nasty.
Yeah, just like this.
Joe, what's the price?
$6.99.
Oh,
Jeez, I
for
can't
fuck's
afford
sake.
that.
It's $1.98 shipping, and the delivery is May 24th to June 5th.
I'm not going to invest anything else in that piece of crap.
But $6.99, it comes in either the same color or black,
Okay.
and it's silicone, and it looks like it's going to give you a different feel because it's not going to slip as much. I know that.
Of course,
Yeah.
John, they like the motion controller better. It's the shape of a dildo.
Yeah,
Well,
Joe is the only one I know that uses the motion controller because I don't fly FPV, but he
Johnny,
says he likes it.
yeah, Johnny uses it. Everybody right now that I know there's only a couple people using the sticks with the Avata 2. And Randy even came on Mad Props. He said that he gave it another chance because he said it was a lot better than he thought.
I think they made the motion controller 3 smaller so they get away from people calling it a dildo and start calling it a butt plug.
It's more like one now than it was before.
Yeah, the smaller it is, as easier it is to get in those openings.
That's why I said a neighbor across the street. I asked the girl across the street. I said, "Look across the hall." I said, "Check and see if you think this is too small." And she looked at it and I said, "Wait a minute, that's not what you use it for."
Yeah, it comes with batteries too, right?
No batteries. Too bad it don't have that little vibration effect like they do with some controllers.
Yeah.
Lance. Okay, I'm sending the link to you, Lance.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah, I may get one just to see. Cheap enough.
Yeah.
It says, this is what it says, RC motion control, motion 3 protective case. It says for the Avada 2 RC motion 3, silicone case cover sleeves, anti-drop, anti-scratch.
Okay.
Yeah, I knew it wouldn't be too long before they came out with one though.
It's coming from Wuhan, China.
'Cause I even said 2 weeks ago when I looked it up that it'd probably be another couple weeks or a month or so. I'd end up having one.
So did you order it, Joe?
No, not yet. I'm thinking about it.
I bet it doesn't tell you how thick it is.
It just barely go. You can see it's not that thick because it's not that thick of a sleeve. So I'd say it's about as thick as that one you didn't like there, Paul. That went over the what you call it, the RC2.
Yeah.
Might be
Well, they're
that
not. Yeah, well, they're not made to be super thick. It's just a thin silicone cover.
thick. Yeah, because all the buttons are perfectly clear and coming through like it's not overlapping the buttons. I think it'd be a good idea just to have it, because if it is a little stickier, because I do see where it does slide a little bit. Because I have a problem just lately, and I haven't had the problem before, finding a record button. The record button where your thumb goes down on the bottom. I never had the problem. I heard people tell everybody they had a problem. Now I gotta look for it. I gotta use my other hand to get it. But I usually start when I take off. I have record going, so I just record the whole thing. But sometimes I'll stop and want to, instead of landing, I want to do something else different. Then I got to turn it off and turn it on so I know where it cuts.
What color are you gonna get, Joe?
I have no idea. I'd probably get the black just because of the fact that is a little different. But I think I'd get the same color, just so you really couldn't tell.
Get one of each. They're cheap enough.
No, I'm not buying two. Yeah,
Well, you
take the
could
black
make
or gray.
You make it
And-
thicker, then put one over the top of the other.
Yeah, the gray is lighter than the controller, and the black is a little bit darker than the controller.
Isn't the controller and the drone black?
The controller is a darker gray.
What about
It's
the
almost
drone?
the drone's black.
Why did they do that? That doesn't seem. It's weird. Why they'd make the controller a dark gray, but then the drone black? You think they would have made them the same color?
Yeah, with tax and everything, it comes out to $9.75. So for $10, not dropping it would make a difference,
But you have to wait almost a month to get it, though, right?
Oh, 2 weeks,
Couple
10
of
days. 10, 11, 12, about 2 weeks.
Okay.
That's pretty
not that
standard
bad.
coming from China.
Coming from China. From Wuhan.
I mean, it's not bad. You're only paying $1, like almost $2 in shipping. Not bad. Crazy how you can have something shipped across the world for $2.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You think something that cheap, they would make you have a minimum amount order, you know? Nope. Just
So
buy
it's an
one.
agreement they have now. They just throw it, and all they do is throw it in a bag and ship it.
Well, either that or they're sending a bunch to Amazon's warehouse. They might do that too. That might be why they're giving you such a long date.
See what they ought to do. This is gonna be a popular thing. They ought to do is they ought to ship a couple hundred to Amazon in the States. And and when
Well,
Amazon gets down, ship another couple hundred.
a lot of the Chinese companies have started doing that because people get frustrated waiting a month for a package to arrive. So a lot of them are starting to set up, like Temu and all them, they're starting to set up little warehouses and stuff over here so they can quickly ship you something in 3 or 4 days versus taking, 2 weeks to a month to send it to you.
Yeah, I ordered the black one.
Good idea.
And it's already pre-packaged. All they do is send it over here and then they slap a new shipping label over top of the Chinese shipping label when it gets here, and then they just send it out.
Yeah, Lance ordered the black one. I'm gonna see what it's like too. If I don't like it, I'll send it back. It's because I put the little thing on my wrist every time because I found it to be slippery too. And I would hate, and it seems like every once in a while I got to re-grip it.
Now, do you have a wrist lanyard on it? So if you
Yeah,
drop
it's
it,
got a yeah.
okay.
That's what I do. I put that lanyard on before I even do anything. I put that on my wrist. But I've found it where I'll be flying, and after I'm flying for a little while, it seems like I've got to re-grip it because it seems like I don't have a good grip on it. So it might be because it's smaller. I'm
Well,
not used to that small.
It's going to be even worse in the summertime if you're out there flying and you're sweating.
Yeah,
And you're
you
trying
did
to
hear what I
hold
said.
on
I'm
to
not
it.
used to anything that small in my hand.
I didn't think so, but you
Uh-huh.
know.
Hey, Paul, I looked at your tracking on that thing today.
Yeah,
It still says tomorrow, right? But what gets me is, let me see if I can find it and read it to you. Got it saved. I just don't understand these shipping companies because I don't know why they do things like this. Let me find it. Here it goes. It says on the shipment progress, it says it left Port Huron, went to Maumee, Ohio, to Hotchkiss, Illinois, right? Deported Hotchkiss, went to Chicago. Deported Chicago, went back to Hotchkiss. So why would it leave Hotchkiss, go to Chicago, then go back to Hotchkiss?
Only thing I think of is maybe it got sent to the wrong facility by accident.
And
They
then
had
it
to
says,
send it back.
and that was what's today, the 14th? At 3:19 yesterday, it deported Hotchkiss. And that's the last thing it says right now.
Yeah, I have a feeling it probably got sent to the wrong facility and they had to send it back.
But they do this all the time. I see this happen all the time with shipments. Something will go from here to Atlanta, back to St. Rose, Louisiana, then wind up in Atlanta before it comes back to New Orleans.
What's
don't
shipping
know.
company is it?
This is UPS.
There's got to be a reason why they do that then, because they wouldn't do it if it wasn't making money. They're losing money doing that. There's got to be a reason why they do that.
I think it's somebody stupid. That's what I'm thinking. I
That's
think
what I'm
it's
saying.
stupid people not paying attention.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It seems stupid on the outside, but if it happens all the time, then there's probably a reason why they do that. I mean, it could be some law that they have to follow. It could be some rule or, something like that. Or, it's just the way they ship things because of a certain situation, but from the outside, it seems stupid. But
Yeah.
maybe to them, it makes sense. I don't know.
Yeah, I had a shipment about a year ago. I needed it here for Friday. I had to have it Friday. And Monday it hit New Orleans. Next, and they
more.
said, and then Tuesday it
Brian,
said it was in St. Rose, which is about 8 miles west of New Orleans, St. Rose. So I went to St. Rose distribution. I said, well, why is it there? Then it went to Baton Rouge, and it should have went to Baton Rouge because they go from there to Covington. So it's in Baton Rouge. So I said, okay, now this is on Tuesday. Wednesday morning, I wake up, it says it's back in New Orleans. I said, okay, I'm had enough of this. So Wednesday, I left it alone all day. Thursday morning, it's back in St. Rose. So it's going back and forth, right? This is the Postal Service. Friday morning, it says it's in Mandeville, out for delivery. And I needed it Friday. So I'm good. I'm still good because I need it sometime during the day Friday. About 1 o'clock, it says departed Mandeville back to St. Rose. I went over to the post office. I said, okay, you just had this. It just showed up like a minute ago saying y'all with the port sitting in his back. I said, the guy I know that said, hold on, let me go look. He got it off a truck that was going back to St. Rose and handed it to me. And he said, I have no, and I showed him the track. He just laughed. He said, man, that's the Postal Service. What do you expect? That's
See,
what he
like
said in there in front of everybody.
like the Postal Service, I see them doing shit unofficially because they don't give a shit because they get money from the government.
Well, that's what they're doing.
UPS and FedEx, so they're all about profits, so they wouldn't do shit like that unless it made sense to why they, you know what I'm saying? They're not about losing money.
Yeah.
They're about making money. But the post office, yeah, they're so inefficient on things. Like I
Yep.
said, they don't give a shit. They get whatever they're in the hole every year, they get covered by Congress, so it doesn't matter. They can lose $400 million and they'll get $1 billion from the government as a, you know, to subsidize that
Yeah,
loss.
subsidize their loss. Then they
And then-
do 85 different stamps a month dedicated to people, so people can buy the stamps, and then they don't never use the stamps, so they make money on that.
Oh yeah, because like I said, I've been in the post office tons of times. And somebody was in line and that's all, and they've been in there so much that the people at the post office know who they are and they immediately pull all the new stamps out and start showing them the stamps. Because
Yep.
they're in there collecting and they're in there seeing what new stamps are in.
Well, my buddy at the post office, I went that other day and I said, I need 5 stamps like that. And I said, any kind, I don't care. And I was mailing something. He takes 5 stamps out, puts it on the thing, and it's nothing but flowers on the stamps. And I looked up at him and said, you really think I'm gonna put that on a letter? He just started laughing at me. He said, let me get you something more manly. Because he had that one just sitting there with 5 on it, you know?
Oh yeah, they'll
That's
come
a
out
li-
with all kinds of licensing shit. They'll have like cartoon characters and all kinds of stuff.
Now, I'll be honest with you, in the back, I've got 3 books of first day, what you call it, the letters, the first day postmarks, the date of issue, for
Yeah.
all kind of stuff. I mean, I think I might have something about John F. Kennedy back there, the first day issue, all kind of stuff. I bought them on eBay years ago when I was doing a lot of eBay work. I'd find it on eBay cheap, then I'd flip it. And I flipped one that was, I think it was 75 different first day issues. And it was from a estate they were selling, had the person's name on it, but it's still a first day issue. People still want it. So I bought it for like $70. Came in and I listed it for $150, and it sold for $150 within a week. That didn't make sense why I got it for 75 and somebody bought it a week later for 150.
Oh, I had a question
I got another one back there.
I had a question for Dusty. Now, Dusty, when they put you in these machines to rip out the concrete, do you have a special booster seat you have to use, or how does that work? Wait for it. I'm waiting for his response. So those monitors are supposed to be here between 12:45 and 2:45. UPS.
Lance,
How big are monitors?
They're just 220. I got some better ones as a trade-in thing. They're still 27-inch, but they're 100 hertz better. They got that G-Sync Pro on them. The blue lights shit for your eyes, and there's a few other features that it has that these ones don't. They're still only 1080, but my graphics card can only output 1080 anyway because it's a 20 series, so it's a 2060. If I had a 30 or 40 series, then I would try to get 4K monitors, but there's no point in buying 4K monitors if your graphics card can't output 4K. It's kind of a
Yeah.
waste. And I don't need to update my graphics card for another couple years, so no point in worrying about that right now. If I ever update it in a couple of years, then I'll worry about getting better monitors in. I really like this screen setup. He said, "Suck it." Yeah.
Hey, Paul, that Mother's Day thing that I was making,
yeah,
that printed and left the heads off of 3 of them. I reprinted them and it came out perfect. So I went back and I made one and it came out perfect. So I said, I got to make 3 more, but I'm going to do them one at a time because it doesn't take that long. And I'm doing it and it doesn't print the head again.
wow.
The same print, right? And what I found out it was doing was wasn't the print, it was the filament. The filament was getting a crimp in it because it was right near the end of it. And when you get to the end of it, it wouldn't feed through. So when it didn't feed through, it just kept printing. But the thing's supposed to stop and tell me. And I had it turned off. So I turned it on so it'll stop and tell me. And then I started doing it again and it did the same thing. And I couldn't get it to feed. I couldn't get it to feed at all. I wound up changing the nozzle out. I think let me just change the nozzle. And the nozzle was full of filament where it wasn't
Look at
melting it
Dusty.
all together.
Dusty said, "You should see me behind a dozer. I look like a miniature Lego guy
Yeah.
in a front end loader." I'm gonna keep
Yeah.
talking. I'm gonna keep talking shit to him while he's doing the loader, and he's have to keep stopping. All right, this son of a bitch. You have to keep stopping to respond.
Did you see that live of Wedges last night where he was opening a box of goodies that DJI had sent him?
You sent them?
DJI pens. What else did he have? Oh, little Lego kits. Little
Who sent them
DJI
to him?
Lego kits. DJI.
Nah.
Is there opening them up and Ben's videoing him on the phone while he's doing it, and everything he opened, Ben's going, "Oh, I love that. Can I have one?"
Oh man, I won't be here this afternoon. I got that photo shoot. I gotta leave here about 3:40. I won't be back till probably 6:30, 6 o'clock. Gotta go shoot the softball all stars. Hey Lance,
Alright.
you love this one.
I'm
It's
gonna
all
jump
the
off. I'll
North
catch y'all
Shore.
later.
Okay, later. The North Shore All Star team,
Mhm.
and the article don't come out till, let's see, today's the 14th, 15th, to be next week or the following week, next Wednesday or the following Wednesday. So everybody, it's like a DNR. Yeah, nobody can say anything. A DNA action, DNA.
A DNA, yeah.
Yeah, we're all under DNA. Can't say who's on it.
Oh,
I can't show the picture. You know, it's like you can't say anything until it hits NOLA.com. Probably it'll be a week from Monday. It'll probably hit NOLA.com.
prep
NDA.
everything and get it ready though, right? Because as soon as they release it, you start posting.
Well, I don't worry about it.
Yeah.
I won't even post it. I may stick it out. I'll take a couple of pictures. Because technically when I take the picture, it's their picture.
Yeah.
So I'll take a couple of pictures and then I'll post it on the girls softball in case somebody wants it. They can buy it from me. But that's something I had to sign about 4 years ago, that when they get a picture from me, it's theirs. So what I do is I make sure that the pictures I know that are going to be close, I'll look at the two pictures that are close to each other, and I'll decide which one I want to give them. So I'll have one that might be a little bit better.
Yeah.
And we've already determined that it would be a fight because technically they can't take my copyright from me. You know, because that's what the Supreme Court in the United States said. It's mine.
Yeah.
You know, unless and even selling it over to work for them doesn't mean I lose it. It just means they could use it.
I
And
think
that
you
was
meant
said.
an
Yeah, that was said
NDA,
too.
not a
That's
DNA.
yeah, NDA, whatever it's called. Yeah, I'm used to medical side with do not resuscitate. Yeah.
Or DNA.
Yeah.
Non-disclosure agreement.
Yeah. NDA. But I had a picture a couple years ago. One of the police officers, Vinny, they had a suspect they were chasing here in Mandeville. And he was at the office and he said, I'll be back, go and get the bad guy. Jumped in his car, ran down, and they cut him off at the interstate down here where Causeway is by Highway 22. And the guy jumped out of his car, started running, and Vinny pulled up behind and stopped. As the guy saw Vinny, he turned around, took a shot, hit Vinny in the head. And then went running and he took a shot and hit the other cop that was chasing him, grazed his head. And Vinny was killed right there. And that night, it was a football game that night, and the word was out that a Mandeville police officer had been killed. And we were freaking out because the people that work, we knew all, everybody that works the details out there. And then they said it was Vinny. And Chris Pittman, one of the other cops that worked out there for the school, they said that he was on it, and his wife was saying, yeah, that he's fine. All this. And when Chris got there after halftime, his daughter was one of the trainers, and she come running over to him and hugging him. Just started hugging onto him, right? And let me find the picture. I'll show you. And I took the picture and I put it in the paper, and I had all the editors basically say that this is probably going to go national. And they said it's really, they took it was Pulitzer quality, like that. And they said it's Pulitzer quality. They said because of the emotion in the picture. Let me think of when it was. It was in 2020, I think. Let's see if I can find this picture. And my editor had it, and he was holding on to it because I said I will not give it to him if I lose rights. Not going to happen. And when it came down to it, they said that if they posted it, I lose it. And it got pulled. We took it out. I said, you can't have it. I wouldn't let them do it. Let's see. And they were telling me, you do realize what you're doing. It was 2021. They said, because you're giving up a chance to win a Pulitzer on it. I said, yeah, I'm not going to give it up. I said, it's two reasons I'm not giving it up. One, because of what the picture is. Number two, because of the family. I said, it's very personal to the family, and I'm not going to give it up for y'all to make something off of it that I want. I would have won the prize, but it's not the point. And my editor got it out the system real quick. Where in the hell is this picture? Hannah, Robert Denham, Walker, not sure. Yeah, it's not 20. Let me find this picture. I got to think of what year it is. Meals on Wheels, Paul?
Beef gravy, mashed potatoes, and corn. No.
You eating the corn?
Hey, no, the carrots.
You gonna eat the carrots? There you go. Okay, it couldn't have been 20. I don't think it was 19. Well, if it was 19, I can't believe it's that long. Okay. I believe I cannot remember what year this is. It's got to be 2020. That's at Southeastern.
Are
I
carrots
think
good or
I'm-
bad for dogs?
They love it. My dog loved carrots.
Yeah.
They won't hurt them?
No.
No.
Okay, we'll see. We'll see what Mia thinks about carrots.
Nice way to eat carrots is to put them in a bowl, add a bit of butter to them, and mash them up.
That's at Lakeshore. Okay. I'm gonna go find it on this computer to see better. Oh, I got that idea. In 2023, 2022, 20, gotta be 20. I don't see why it ain't 2020. When in doubt, search the name. You know what I mean?
Oh, she ate them. She ate the carrots.
2019. Whoa, I was off.
That's 5 years ago.
Yeah. I was thinking it was 2020. Yeah, I typed in Liberto. That's his last name. And that way I got a search and it come out 2019. And I was going 20 of above. That's why I kept going. I was going the wrong way. So this will be easy to find now. And in high school, because they won 14-0. Remember that. And I knew I was in the wrong place because I was the stadium. I knew where it was. That's Hammond, stupid.
Right back.
Won 34-0. It was a 34-0. Oh, that was a big game. This ain't showing me the picture I'm looking for.
Hi, Warren.
I
Brian.
think I'm thinking the wrong game.
Al. John. Don. A few people in the chat.
Okay, there you go. I know what I'm thinking. I hate when you just you know right what you're looking for. You can't find it.
Mm-hmm.
You can't find it?
No, I got it. I got the game now. I just got to get to the picture. Because they were playing Hornville at night.
I see Justin left, huh?
Yeah, he ran out. Okay, I got the picture. No, what happened is when Chris showed up, I was standing about maybe 20 feet from him, and I'd been looking for Chris because his daughter, like I said, was one of the trainers. And somebody said, Chris is here. I turned around and looked, and him and his daughter were hugging at the time. Here's a picture right here. That's the picture right there.
It's a good picture.
Yeah, when he walked up, and that's the one I sent in. And when I sent it in, they were going to do the article about Vinny and have him coming in grabbing his daughter. And I walked up to him afterwards and I said, I got that picture. I'm going to give it to you. I said, but is it all right if I submit it? like that. And I said, you talk to your family, let me know. Like that. And they all came back and I said, because it shows that, because this was right about the time that they were starting to get the woke stuff going. And I said, it shows that there's emotion there, the love between the family, and what it means when it's a fallen officer, you know? And they all agreed, yeah, put it in. So we put it into the paper. Like I said, I had 4 different editors call me and tell me best picture they've seen in years. And they said, this picture right here is Pulitzer quality. They said you could probably win some national awards with this, or even worldwide awards for it. And I said, okay, this is the deal. Out of the respect for the family and me, I don't lose my rights on this one. And they would not budge on that. They were saying if they posted it, they owned it. And my editor, he said, I just yanked it out of the site. They don't have it anymore because I don't want you to lose this one. And I said, I'm not going to lose it.
Did you consult an attorney whether or not they could do that?
It would be a big fight.
Well, because
I would probably win.
You own that visual.
Oh, I know. Copyright says that.
If you allow somebody else to use it, that's fine, but you still own it.
I agree. And that's what the Supreme Court says. You know, because I got all that information from the Supreme Court that I've got on computer somewhere, you know, saying all that. But what I signed to the paper is saying that if they use mine, they own it. And I would not give that one up. I said, I'm not going to let you post it. I said, I don't give you permission to post it.
Well, you ought to revisit that agreement with them and say, hey, here's the new agreement.
Well,
you
if I had a
don't
new
own
agreement
anything.
with
I own everything, and
Yeah.
I will give you permission to use it.
well, this is the way the advocate works. If you don't sign the agreement, you don't work for them. They don't change it. And you see what I was saying earlier, when I'm taking the football pictures, I'll look at the pictures and I'll say, well, this is the best picture I've got. This one's pretty close to it. I'll give them that one. And then I got the better one. I got the next step or the step before that looked a little bit better that I sell. So I don't care about losing it that way. This one I do care. You know, and I still even the ones I put in the paper go on my site. People buy them, they buy them, and they've never come back at me. But this one here, I just knew it meant too much. You know, it just meant too much. I didn't want to lose this. Or
See,
even have to fight
a good
about it.
attorney would go after them and straighten
Oh,
their
yeah.
ass out.
Oh, it's gonna happen one day, and then it's gonna be good, you know, but it was the battle, you know, some battles you don't want to fight at the time, you know. And I like the fact that I work for them. Only for the reason is I like that because my press credentials get me anywhere that I own through American Image out of North Carolina, but the local ones that I have, they get you a little bit more for some reason. Because if I go to Jazz Fest and I tell Jazz Fest I think it's here. Jazz Fest, if I'm going to Jazz Fest and I tell them that I want to go to get the press credentials to Jazz Fest and I give them the American Image, they'll tell me, well, we only do locals like that. You have to be local. And then I just bring out the other one. This one. This one here is the Louisiana Press Association. You know, and that's the one from them, from the paper. So I've got mine right here. That's American Image. And then I got the one from them. That's the Louisiana Press Association, and that's through the state police. So this one gets you into more stuff than this one would get you into. So I like having this one. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah, it's too bad that somebody hasn't straightened them out on that shit.
It's gonna happen. But they've got the people have been working for them so many years, and it's not like they're really taking it from us, because I guarantee you, David Grunfield and everybody else that works for them, the guys have been there for years. I guarantee you they're selling the same images. That they're just saying, okay, we'll let you do that, and then we'll do it anyway. Because I do it anyway.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody has lost something particular. Now, it's on their site. If like when they all my pictures, it says buy it here, so they could purchase it off that site. I don't care about that. I got paid for it, and they let them. There's not many people going to buy it from them. The parents aren't going to buy it from them. Parents are going to call me and get it. That's the
Yeah,
good
Mike,
news about
I
it.
see Michael left too. Well, let's see. It's 10:41. What do you guys think?
Yeah, I'm gonna try to go fly a little bit, I think.
Okay. Everybody in the chat, thanks for being here. We'll be on again this afternoon at evening at 5 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Mark, you have a good day.
Thank you. You
And
too.
we'll see all of you again later today.
Yep.
Bye
See you